That's a freaking good indication that you're in LA right there. When you see the helicopter buzzing around looking for bad people, and there's an awfully lot of bad people, so it's pretty busy buzzing around, I'm sure. But I just had some freaking dinner. Oh, the audio's gonna suck on this. That's how it goes. We'll see how bad it is when I'm editing, but I'm not gonna edit. Anyways. Yeah, it's like freaking. So I just had a big chicken dinner. Well, not really big, but this guy turned me on to the chicken dinner and all that at the place from at in Valley Village. And frickin' he calls me like 10 minutes later, and he wants to frickin' borrow the OS off my computer to use his OS on his computer. The guy's always frickin' wants something from you, but he's one of those people. He's frickin' he expects you to just bow down and do everything for him for free, you know. And he's a total frickin' mooch. You know, the guy's fucking 40 something. No, he's 60 something, and he's a total frickin' mooch. The guy like he has a day job and all that stuff. He wants to be an actor just like everybody else, you know. Became a chauffeur and was hoping that he'd get discovered that way by driving around all the studio heads, but he never got lucky. He never got that lucky break, but he might later, you never know. I can't predict the future most of the time, but so he's a total freaking mooch. And the deal is, I'm just like renting out this room in a house. You know, it's pretty shameful to talk about that publicly, but yeah, it's just something that I had to do. Basically because of finances and the circumstances that I was in and all that. I don't know why people leave their trucks running and burn up gas for no reason when they could just shut it off and not ruin my frickin' audio, you know. But that's not going to happen anytime soon. So anyways, the dude's a mooch and all that, and then there's another person that lives there, and he's a really good violin player, and he's like a house mouse. He's really quiet, keeps to himself. And then there's this other guy, yeah, he just eats cereal. It's weird. He eats cereal, leaves in the morning, and then comes home at night and eats cereal. Well, it's like they didn't make any other food on the planet. He's always eating cereal, but I guess it's good for you, depending on if it's organic or not. But so that's his thing. And then the other guy is he's a pretty cool dude. He got in a really, really nasty car wreck, and his left arm is like gone for life. And from what I understand, you know, it really wasn't his fault, but he was in a coma for 8 months and all that, and he got a bad frickin' hand dealt to him like me. I don't want to go into my stuff. That could take days. Hi. So the other roommate, aside from him, he's like going around, he's digging in cans and stuff. The guy with one arm, it's pretty sad, you know. He just to make ends meet, because you know you never get enough of disability money when you're like that, or he's not getting enough from what I can see, because he literally, that's his day job, as he digs through garbage cans and sells the aluminum cans to make money. I've been there twice. Oh, I was there years ago at the same place that I'm at now in Valley Village. And we used to have elaborate barbecues all the time. Every frickin' night was barbecue this and barbecue that and barbecue. And then the landlord has been on chemotherapy for a year and a half. And he's in the hospital now. And he's gonna die. I don't know, like when I had cancer, I thought, well, I want to do my bucket list. My bucket list was to go to Southeast Asia, and I did that, and then I got rid of the cancer in Southeast Asia, but I figured I was doomed by what the doctors told me here, but that was because they're too freaking cheap to pay I had good medical coverage and all that, but the insurance company didn't want to pay for the best treatment that I could get, and therefore I ended up having cancer for another 9 years of my life. And when the doctor saw me in Japan, he said that I had the highest, most amount of cancer in my body that of anybody had ever seen that was still living and breathing. But I had so many cancer cells. I had more cancer cells than I did red and white blood cells. I mean, I could barely breathe and everything because I was so full of cancer that it just taxed me. My energy was always drained. I had bouts of depression and anger. But I think on that, I think it's the immune system. When your immune system's in hyper alert, when you're getting attacked, whether it's biological or physically, you know, you get angry and you go into fight mode, or you go in flight mode, I guess, are the two extreme options. I mean, there's probably a lot of gray area in between there. And so you're looking at a movie star. I've been in 2 movies, Father Rock and Jigsaw, and they both suck. You can blame it on me or the director either way, but you know, yeah, it is what it is. But that's in the past. But they didn't even try to market it, which kind of pissed me off, because if you go to the trouble to spend a bunch of time doing something, you think the least he could do. He did finally edit it after 3 years, but he just, yeah, didn't even try to market it. I don't know, it was bad, but I've seen worse, so maybe it could have generated some money. I don't know. So yeah, if I don't walk enough, like what I'm doing now, like if I just stay housebound and I don't walk for like a week, I'm gonna start getting really nasty frickin' bad backaches. This one time in winter up in Washington, I didn't go, like, I just did my work and came home. I didn't do that much walking at work, and after a month, my back just let me know that I was going to go for a walk, or it was not going to leave me alone. And that's the way it was. But it was cold and rainy all the time, like Washington is. Why people still move there, I have no idea. You think they would stay 150 days of rain for real, and then a bunch of other days overcast, you know, and it just, I don't know why people move there, but I lived there long enough. But anyway, so when it was doing its usual Seattle thing, I figured out, well, I can go to the mall. I can go for walks in the mall, and if I don't want to walk outside. So I got that bright idea, so I started doing that. Yeah, walking in the malls. So yeah, my back, the bone, like normally when you crush a vertebrae, usually when you do have a back injury, it's usually a disc, you know, like the soft part in between the bones, usually pops out or something like that. And then when I did my back injury, I actually crushed the bone, and the disc part was fine. The bone was actually crushed. So I have two vertebrae that are like triangular if you look at them in an x-ray, and that's not going away anytime soon. So yeah, you just have to deal with it and do what you can to manage the pain, but it seems like just a little bit of light exercise. If I go overboard, like if I used to run 20Ks and stuff, like if I did that now, my back, it would mess my back up. So it's a delicate balance. I mean, I can't even run now at 54 years old. It's amazing that I did with my leg not attached, right, which I didn't find out until I got an x-ray in Japan. The doctors didn't tell me here. And then I was in there for, I think I was having a knee problem or something, so that got him to x-ray my leg. And then he's like, did you know this about your leg? And I'm like, yeah, I knew I broke it, but I thought they attached it right. So it's about 4 or 5 degrees off where it should be, inward. So that's how that goes. What's funny is the girl that I was looking at on the bicycle, I had the accident because I was checking the chick out instead of paying attention where I was supposed to be driving, and I hit the back of the trunk. I don't know if I was checking her out or looking at her, I don't remember. It could have been either or, but she wound up dead at 17. She was an avid skier, and she'd ski moguls and do, you know, through the forest type ski things, cross country and all that stuff. And I guess she just slammed into a tree at like 70 miles an hour, and that was it, frosted. But they tried saying that it might have been suicide, but I don't know why, but they said it might have been suicide because she was a good skier, and then why would she do that? But you never know, accidents can happen. But that was the rumor. And then this other kid I grew up with, Scott, I think 18 or 19, they found him in the garage with the doors closed and the classical, you know, the garden hose tailpipe into the car, and he just took himself out that way. And then all the frickin' ODs I've had in accidents. Oh God, yeah, every day is a frickin' miracle on this planet. I can be grateful or ungrateful about it, but it's a miracle either way. But you might notice that there's like no sidewalks, really, here. But I guess if I just really wanted a sidewalk that one, I'd build one, right? So, plus I'm out of here. I'm going to be in Tokyo, Japan in about 5 days. And I don't think I'm coming back this time.